In today's video, I'll walk you through 15 SketchUp workflow tips, tricks, and hacks for an easier, more streamlined workflow. That means these 15 tidbits will save your time, energy, and sanity. Now let's get to it, shall we? Hello designers, this is Angie from Raven's Design Academy. Welcome back if you're already subscribed, and welcome here if you're new. Starting with a tip, always clean up your plan after importing it. That means remove any furniture blocks, layers from MMP, or hatching, and purge your file before importing it into SketchUp. This will help prevent any glitches, and you won't have any unnecessary lines to sort through. Speaking of importing, I know this sounds silly, but I always double-check my measurements and scale. This habit has saved me on a couple of occasions. Something that has also become a habit to do is that I would always lock my plan before tracing it. This gives me the freedom of being able to just delete any line without having the whole plan go with it. And to make sure that you don't have to delete anything, use keyboard shortcuts to lock your line tool to an axis or a direction. It doesn't take much time to get used to the keys, but once you get the hang of it, using keyboard shortcuts becomes second nature. Now, most of us have autosave on by default, and you may set it to save every minute or every 10 minutes. If you're the latter, then you probably need to remember to hit the save button after every major change or progress, regardless of whether autosave is enabled or not. Now that we're talking major changes, one of the changes to my workflow that has made a huge impact is using tags to organize anything and everything in my file. The trick to make this more manageable is remembering to do this early on before the project gets too complicated. A trick I have up my sleeve to make it this much easier. Basically, making SketchUp merge tags for me. When deleting tags with assets assigned to them, SketchUp asks you where it should assign these assets. So I just create a tag and then select this tag when deleting the layers that I want merged. SketchUp will now move them for me into the new tag I chose and get rid of the rest. Small tip. This early on in modeling, you want to keep the entity info window and the tags window open while you work. This helps you to easily spot what is where and quickly do any adjustments if necessary. Something I wish I could use as a template for every project file is a file that has these 5 basic tags built into: plan, floor, walls, ceiling, and false ceiling. I type in the hash symbol before each name, basically to keep them at the top of the list. But then you may ask, what do you use them for exactly? Well, I usually start by copying the plan I just traced and grouped, so I have 2 extra copies. Assign the first plan to the floor tag, and then extrude it to be a slab. I copy that slab and I assign it to the ceiling tag. For the second copy of the plan, it gets assigned to the walls tag. I open the group and delete floor plane and extrude the walls to a specific height. Third and last copy gets assigned to the false ceiling tag and hidden away until the furnishing stage of the process. After I stack everything together, I usually just move the imported original plan on top of the floor plane. This makes it easier to find the location and width of door and window openings, depending on the plan, of course. Now, while creating those openings, a handy tip to know is using the Shift key to lock down lines and rectangles. Start by drawing the line from its starting point and lock it to its direction by pressing the Shift key, and don't release until you're done. While keeping the Shift key in mind, you can take this a step further and use other objects or entities as reference for measurements, exactly like how I use the door openings height to set the window height. Now for the last couple of tips. Use Chaos Cosmos to find render-ready assets. My favorite assets are usually plans, clutter items, and 3D people. Windows work great too. And for not-so-render-ready items, the 3D Warehouse built-in browser is a great way to download single assets directly into your model. I don't recommend downloading complex assets straight into your model because it can either corrupt your work or overload your file with unnecessary junk, basically. So don't take any risks there. If you've learned anything from this video, please give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe for videos like this and more. Also, leave a comment below with any questions or suggestions. Until next time, happy design!